Ladies, what if I told you that you might be unknowingly sabotaging your own love life? What if the very behaviors you think are showing interest are actually pushing quality men away? Today, I'm going to reveal 5 behaviors that are silently destroying your chances at love, and more importantly, how to fix them. Stick around because behavior number 5 is something 90% of women do, and it's costing them their dream relationship. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here to help you master the art of attraction and build the relationship you deserve. If you're new here, I share proven strategies that help women like you create magnetic connections with high-value men. And if you're ready to take your dating game to the next level, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because today's video could completely transform your love life. Behavior number 1: over-pursuing and chasing. Let's dive right into behavior number 1, over-pursuing and chasing. Ladies, I see this happening everywhere, and it breaks my heart because it's coming from such a genuine place of interest. Here's what this looks like. You meet a guy you really like, and you immediately go into pursuit mode. You're texting him first every single day. You're double texting when he doesn't respond quickly. You're always the one suggesting plans, initiating calls, and basically doing all the heavy lifting in the interaction. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm just being proactive. I'm showing him I'm interested. And yes, showing interest is important. But here's the psychological reality that most women don't understand. Men are biologically wired to pursue what they value. When you over-pursue, you're essentially robbing him of the opportunity to chase you. Think about it. When something comes too easily to us, we don't value it as much. It's basic human psychology. The same principle applies to dating. I have a client, Sarah, who came to me frustrated because guys would seem interested initially, but then pull away. When we analyzed her dating patterns, we discovered she was doing all the pursuing. Once she learned to create space and allow men to come toward her, everything changed. Within 3 months, she had 2 high-quality men competing for her attention. The fix? Practice the art of receiving. Respond when he reaches out, but don't always be the initiator. Match his energy level, don't exceed it. If he texts you once, you text once. If he calls, you can call back, but don't be calling him every day. Remember, you want to be the prize he works to win, not the girl who's chasing him. Behavior number 2, being too available. Behavior number 2 is being too available. And this one is tricky because our society tells us that being available is a good thing. But in dating, being too available actually communicates low value. Here's how this shows up. He asks you out for Friday night on Thursday, and you immediately say yes, even though you had plans with friends. You're always free whenever he wants to see you. You drop everything the moment he calls or texts. You're essentially communicating that you don't have much going on in your life. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting you play hard to get or be manipulative, but there's a difference between playing games and having a full, rich life that doesn't revolve around any one person. High-value men are attracted to women who have their own lives, their own interests, their own social circles. When you're too available, it suggests you don't have these things, and that can be a turnoff. The psychology behind this is fascinating. When something is scarce or less available, we perceive it as more valuable. This is called the scarcity principle, and it's hardwired into our brains. I remember working with a client named Jessica who was always available for her crush. She would cancel plans with friends, skip her yoga classes, and basically rearrange her entire schedule around his availability. Guess what happened? He started taking her for granted and eventually lost interest. Once Jessica started honoring her own schedule and commitments, something magical happened. He started planning dates further in advance. He started prioritizing time with her because he realized she wasn't just sitting around waiting for him. The solution? Build a life you love. Have hobbies. Maintain friendships. Pursue your goals. When a man asks you out and you genuinely have plans, don't cancel them. Say something like, "I'd love to see you, but I'm not available Friday." How about Sunday afternoon? This communicates that you're interested, but that your life doesn't revolve around him. Behavior number 3, emotional dumping too early. Behavior number 3 is emotional dumping too early in the relationship. Ladies, this is a big one and it's happening more than you think. Here's the scenario. You've been on a few dates with a guy. Things seem to be going well, and then you decide to open up about your deepest fears, your past traumas, your ex-boyfriend drama, or your family issues. You think you're building intimacy and connection, but actually, you're overwhelming him. Now let me be clear. Emotional depth and vulnerability are important in relationships, but timing is everything. When you emotionally dump on someone too early, before you've built a solid foundation of trust and connection, it can be overwhelming and push them away. Think about it this way. Emotional intimacy is like a dimmer switch, not an on-off button. You want to gradually increase the emotional intensity as the relationship deepens, not go from 0 to 100 on date 3. Men, especially in the early stages of dating, are often looking for lightness, fun, and positivity. They want to escape from the stress of their daily lives, not take on additional emotional weight from someone they barely know. I worked with a client named Amanda who had a pattern of sharing her life story on the second or third date. She thought she was being authentic and open, but guy after guy would pull away shortly after. Once she learned to build emotional intimacy gradually, she started having much more success in dating. The key is to share progressively. Start with lighter topics and gradually work up to deeper ones as trust builds. Instead of sharing your deepest trauma on date 3, maybe share a minor challenge you've overcome. Instead of explaining why all your exes were terrible, focus on positive aspects of your life. Remember, you want him to associate you with positive emotions in the early stages. There's plenty of time for deeper sharing once you've established a strong connection. Behavior number 4, trying to change or fix him. Behavior number 4 is trying to change or fix him. And oh my goodness, this is such a common pattern that ruins so many potential relationships. Here's how this typically unfolds. You meet a guy who's 80% of what you want. Maybe he's smart, funny, and attractive, but he dresses poorly, or he's not ambitious enough, or he has some habits you don't love. Instead of accepting him as he is or walking away if he's not right for you, you decide you're going to help him reach his potential. You start making subtle suggestions about his wardrobe. You send him articles about career advancement. You hint that he should go to the gym more often. You think you're being helpful, but what he's hearing is that he's not good enough for you as he is. Ladies, here's a truth bomb. You cannot love someone into changing. You cannot fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. And when you try, you're essentially communicating that your love is conditional, that you'll love him more if he becomes someone different. This behavior often comes from a good place. Maybe you see his potential and you want to help him achieve it. But remember, unsolicited advice often feels like criticism, especially to men who are generally more sensitive to feeling criticized or inadequate. I had a client named Rachel who was dating a guy she really liked, but she kept trying to improve him. She would suggest he dress better, encourage him to be more social, and even tried to help him with his career. Eventually, he told her he felt like he could never be good enough for her, and he ended the relationship. The hard truth is this. If you don't like someone as they are right now, they're probably not the right person for you. People can grow and change, but that change has to come from within, not from external pressure. Instead of trying to fix him, ask yourself, can I accept this person exactly as they are today? If the answer is no, it might be time to find someone who's already aligned with what you want. Behavior number 5, neglecting your own life and identity. And now we come to behavior number 5, the one that 90% of women fall into without even realizing it. Neglecting your own life and identity when you start dating someone. This is the most subtle but perhaps the most damaging behavior on this list. Here's how it typically happens. You meet a guy you really like, And gradually, without even noticing, you start molding yourself to fit what you think he wants. Maybe he loves sports, so you suddenly become a huge football fan, even though you've never cared about sports before. Maybe he's into hiking, so you act like you're outdoorsy, even though you prefer reading books at home. Maybe he has strong political opinions, so you start echoing those opinions, even if they're not truly yours. You stop hanging out with certain friends because you don't think he'll like them. You change your hobbies, your interests, even your goals to align with what you think will make him happy. Slowly but surely, you lose yourself in the process of trying to be perfect for him. Now, here's what's really heartbreaking about this. The very thing that attracted him to you in the first place was your authentic self. When you start changing to please him, you become less of the person he was originally drawn to. Men can sense when you're being inauthentic, even if they can't put their finger on exactly what's different. It creates a weird energy where something feels off, and many men will pull away without even understanding why. I worked with a client named Lisa who completely lost herself in her relationships. She would become whoever she thought each guy wanted her to be. The result? Every relationship felt shallow and eventually ended because she was never showing up as her real self. The irony is that when you maintain your own identity, your own interests, and your own life, you become infinitely more attractive. You bring richness and depth to the relationship. You have interesting stories to tell. You maintain the mystery and individuality that made you attractive in the first place. Here's your homework. Make a list of your core values, interests, and goals. These should remain consistent regardless of who you're dating. A high-value man will appreciate and respect these aspects of who you are. If someone expects you to change your fundamental self to be with them, they're not the right person for you. Solution section. Now, I know what you might be thinking after hearing all of this. Okay, I can see how I've been making these mistakes, but how do I actually fix them? How do I become the kind of woman that high-value men chase instead of push away? This is exactly why I created my comprehensive guide, 72 plus secrets to make every man chase you. This isn't about playing games or being manipulative. It's about understanding male psychology and becoming your most magnetic self. In this guide, you'll discover the exact mindset shifts that transform you from someone who chases to someone who's chased. You'll learn specific strategies that make men see you as high value and irreplaceable. And most importantly, you'll understand how to maintain your authentic self while becoming irresistibly attractive. These aren't just theories. These are proven strategies that have worked for thousands of women just like you. Women who were tired of attracting the wrong men, tired of relationships that went nowhere, tired of feeling like they had to work so hard for love. The link is in the description below, and I'm offering it at a special price for my YouTube subscribers, but more on that in just a moment. Let me quickly recap the 5 behaviors we've covered today that push men away. Number 1, over-pursuing and chasing. Instead, learn to receive and let him come toward you. Number 2, being too available. Build a full, rich life that doesn't revolve around any one person. Number 3, emotional dumping too early. Build intimacy gradually like a dimmer switch. Number 4, trying to change or fix him. Accept him as he is, or find someone who's already aligned with what you want. And number 5, neglecting your own identity. Maintain your authentic self and your own life, regardless of who you're dating. Now, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me reach more women who need to hear this message. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I post new videos every week to help you master the art of attraction. But before you go, I want to circle back to my guide, 72 plus secrets to make every man chase you. This guide goes so much deeper than what we could cover in today's video. It includes specific scripts for conversations, exact strategies for creating attraction, and step-by-step instructions for becoming the woman that men pursue, not the one who pursues them. I normally charge much more for this kind of in-depth training, but for my YouTube subscribers, I'm offering it at a fraction of the regular price. The link is in the description below, and this special pricing is only available for a limited time. Here's what I want you to understand. The difference between women who are constantly chasing and women who are constantly being chased isn't luck, it's knowledge. It's understanding how attraction really works and applying proven strategies that tap into basic human psychology. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you every single day, someone who pursues you, someone who sees your value and treats you accordingly. And that's exactly what these strategies will help you create. So click that link in the description. Get your copy of 72 Plus Secrets to Make Every Man Chase You, and start transforming your love life today. Trust me, your future self will thank you. And remember, you are worthy of love, you are worthy of pursuit, and you are worthy of someone who sees your incredible value. Until next time, keep being amazing. Don't forget to check out this video where I reveal the biggest mistake women make in the first 30 days of dating. It's cost more women their dream relationship than anything else I've seen. And this video over here shows you exactly what to text a guy to make him obsess over you. I'll see you in the next one.